The thing is, can I even see the bench?
We can move it that way. But we're doing that first.
No, pullovers are these.
Oh, right. Okay. Are 15s too light?
Yeah, I got a 22 and a half.
Okay.
You can have 15s if you want. Let's get into this.
Do you want to move it this way?
What?
Let's go. Like
Diagonal?
diagonally.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of cold.
Are people even on?
Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. Welcome. Welcome back to another Saturday workout with May and Jean. Today is going to be a full body exercise routine. So we're starting with pullovers. Hi, Mia. OMG. Hi, Alexis. How's everyone doing? It's early Saturday morning here. For us, the Seattle Seahawks are playing today in our first division opening game, so I'm really excited. Yeah, let us know where you guys are coming from. Thank you for the gift.
Ooh, is it Sunday? Ooh.
Yeah. How much did you do?
I did 8.
10?
I did 8. Good morning. It is so early for GNI still. How are people doing? Let us know what time it is for you. For GNI, it is 3 in the morning exactly. I need definitely some energy to wake up today.
Ow.
Give me 2 seconds to wake up a little bit. It's rough out here. Trying to get up out of bed so early and straight to the gym.
Ow.
It's 6.
I haven't done that in a fat minute. That kind of hurt like butt. Oh
Yeah,
my,
I know.
oh my God.
It's 6 a.m. in Indianapolis.
Yeah, let us know where you guys at. I'm gonna add like a little questionnaire thing so you guys can let us know. What are your New Year's resolutions? Twins, we are twins. Hi from England. Hello. Where in England are you from? If something is important enough, you should try even if the probable outcome is failure. I 100% agree. Hi from Ukraine. Hello. How's everything over there? How much can you bench press? I need to swap this out.
I'm trying. You do the 15.
Yeah, my arms hurt already.
What was the question? Bench
How
press.
much do you bench press?
I think I got to 1 something. I'm not the biggest person alive. I'm like 5'4.5", and I don't even weigh that much. So I'm impressed with myself to even get to 100. But that's probably my max. But I haven't really done more specifically barbell bench press in a long time. So I usually just do dumbbell bench presses, which is very different than the barbell. What's happening?
Those are killer. I've not done those in
Hi
a
from
fat
Finland.
second.
Oh, hello. God, that's so. I love seeing where everyone's from, especially if you're from different countries, but also if you're also here in the U.S. Hi.
From India, hello. Hello, hello. Hawaii, where are you from in Hawaii? Which island? Hi from Albania. Oh, I've always wanted to go there. Yeah, I bet. I'm kind of surprised. It's a little bit more crowded today. More crowded as in like there's three. I feel like my
Hi,
biceps and
Hannah.
triceps are babies.
Wow, there's. I love how we say who's here and where you're from, and then everyone just does it. Your parents left you? I mean, our biological parents definitely
Stop.
did. But the parents that we're referring to just went on a vacation, and Jan and I couldn't make it since, well, we have work.
Ow.
And they're retired, so
No,
they
yeah.
can go do whatever.
Our entire family planned a family trip that May and I just couldn't go on. So they're all enjoying a 7-day break in tropical Hawaii, and we're here. So that's fun. What are you having for breakfast after your workout? It really depends. I don't know. We currently have no groceries in the house, so we have to go grocery shopping. So either something on the way home, like a sandwich from somewhere, or eat at home. I don't know. I have oatmeal, I think, at home.
What's happening?
I don't know. Eating. What are we going to eat for breakfast?
What do we eat for breakfast?
Yeah.
If I do eat breakfast, or if we have breakfast food, I usually will do eggs, hash browns, some type of fruit, and then maybe yogurt or a parfait of some sort. Other days, I don't eat breakfast, which is not the best, but sometimes I'm not hungry. Sometimes I forget because our days start so early, so I just don't eat until like lunch. But I try to eat breakfast every day. Do you?
I try to, but again, sometimes I don't. And I
Yeah.
kind of have fallen into intermittent fasting without really trying, just because I'm not hungry.
Someone goes, "Have I seen you working out at McDonald's?" I wish I would work out at McDonald's. I love eating McDonald's.
I definitely.
I need more friends that like want to go work out, but then after going to work out, you go for like a treat, or you go to McDonald's,
You
or you
just
go
chow
get
down.
food. It doesn't matter what type of food, you just go. I need fun working girlies like that.
Yeah. I've been in keto. Okay, I've tried keto for a couple of months and it was really hard. Like, how do y'all do that? How to make abs in 1 month? Did it work? Okay, that's a really good question because a lot of people are like, oh, if you consistently do abs for every single day for 5 minutes for a whole month, am I gonna have definition in my abs or core? The answer is yes or no. It depends on each individual, depending on metabolism, where you start, how much have you already been doing abdominal work, do you have supplements that are helping you, are you on any weight loss medication? But technically, no, you cannot get abs in a month. That's not realistic.
No. And that's one reason why Jan and I decided to, one, post more about health and fitness. One, because we're certified to do that. Two, we also just we're lucky enough and fortunate enough to have the platform to be able to kind of try to put something more positive out with something to do with health and fitness, because so many people want to start that journey or are on that journey, but there's so many videos all over social media that give you like incorrect info. And I've had so many clients come to me and be like, I've tried so many different other people and following their plans and following what they do because they look good on social media, so I want to look like that. And then the first thing I tell my clients is never ever follow someone else, because you don't know how long they've been doing it for.
Yeah.
They look like that because they've been doing it for years, not whatever they typed on their screen, but for years. But they just leave that stuff out. So Jan and I tried to bring more awareness to the health and fitness world, but more realistically. But but that's also just because we're personal trainers. So we definitely understand the education and the background that comes with health and fitness.
Also, a lot of people ask about an ab routine and stuff like that. And for those asking specifically for my ab routine and other videos, I have been doing core workout since high school. So almost 10 years of doing like strictly core exercises every other workout for 10 years. So
we're going to the cable.
Okay. So everything you see took a lot of work. And I'm still to this day working on core, working on glutes, toning, strength and conditioning. It depends. Like some months are different. Sometimes you're bulking, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're more toning versus adding weight to your.
Do we need the bench again?
No.
I'm just gonna move
We
it
can
out
just
of the way.
roll it, yeah, and then we can reuse it. Y'all's hair is so pretty. Oh, thank you. You guys are so fit, keep shining. Oh, thank you so much. I'm gonna move this back there because this looks weird.
Well, I didn't know what you wanted to do, so that's too light.
Is your twin sister still taken asking for a friend? She is. Are you Japanese? We are not Japanese. But this is not works on me, babes. But yeah, I'll keep trying it and on me at Target. I'm on Target right now. I don't know what you're saying. Hello. Are you Chinese? We are Chinese.
What's happening?
Nothing. I'm reading comments.
Oh.
What did you just do? Pull?
Hi,
Straight
Lucy.
pullovers?
Just up? No, just curls. How old are you? G and I are 26. We turned 26 at the
Is
beginning
this
of this
how
month.
you stood?
Yes. There's many different ways you can stand. Back to the cable or face the cable.
What
If you want more
This
resistance.
really crotches you in the vagina.
I know. But if you want more resistance, you need to face away from the machine.
Oh,
But that works too.
Well.
A lot of people do it many different ways. Who was born first? That one. That one. She was born about like 5 minutes before me. And I hear it about it all the time. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. Is it Haley?
Ouch.
Um,
Hurts like an ass. This is just proof that a trainer is your worst client if you're a trainer. Like you are the worst client. You are your own worst client. Because that hurt so much and I don't know why. And I hate upper body. Like hate it. It's just like, why? Oh, Target to make abs. Oh, that's good for you. Hi, Heaven. Have you been to Australia? No, but it is on our travel list.
what was the question you were answering?
There's no question.
Can we do a handstand? I have not even once been able to do a handstand.
Why do you choose to do these?
G can do a handstand. I cannot. I don't know if she can do it now since she has never done one in so long. But I've never been able to even figure out how to do a handstand. Hi, I love you. I'm your biggest fan. Oh, thank you. Is it Elsie?
Thank you, Elsie. If you guys have any beginner questions on fitness and health, May and I are personal trainers. So we do these lives once a week to get you guys to ask questions if you have any. We're also starting a membership probably at the end of next week or the latest end of this month, for New Year's resolutions, but also just those who are starting on their own fitness journey, and like a little bit of help but can't afford like a one-on-one personal trainer, because I understand sometimes people hike up their prices and it's really unaffordable at this point. So we are personal trainers aside from being content creators. So we're gonna kind of start intermixing our job, 9 to 5 job, to our content creating. So yeah, keep your eyes out for memberships coming soon.
Have you visited Dubai? No. I would love to visit Dubai at least once in my life.
Do you want to briefly cover what you are specialized in?
Like our specializations?
Yep.
Okay. I have my personal training certificate. Then I specialize in strength training, corrective exercise, and nutrition. And then G also has her just certification to be a personal trainer. Then you have strength training,
Nutrition
and online.
and online coaching.
Yeah.
And I think I'm gonna start doing the running
I was
specialty.
thinking of that too, but I don't know if I want. I think I'm gonna do a specialty with the elderly.
Yeah. So when you join our membership, when you see it, you're pretty much paying that price for a full month for 2 personal trainers specialized in 3 different areas, for like literally the price of like 10 minutes you would get with a personal trainer at a real gym. Where are you from?
Did you tell them we're just trying to figure out the levels of memberships?
Yeah, we're from China. How can I get a fitness or personal training certificate? Well, you could go online. There's sometimes you can go in person and get it. But we went through online and we got it within like 6 months. We did a full 6-month course, exam, and then a final state exam, and then yeah. What workout are you hitting? Today we are doing a full body. May is in charge of the upper body portion, and I'm in charge of the lower body portion. Is it night in your place? It's daytime. It's very early morning. I would still consider this night. It is 3 a.m. here, and we're in Washington State.
What was the question?
There is no question.
What are you saying?
Just where are we? Just reading down the comments. I hate these.
I've heard rumors,
this?
but is it true that the owner in the back, do you mean the person in the back, is gay? I am. I'm part of the community. G is very much not part of the community, but she is a solid ally. So yes. Sisters? Yeah, G and I are identical sisters. I know before people are like, you don't look alike. To some people, we don't, but in person, we very much do. What time is it for you guys? It's 6 a.m. for me. It is 3:20 in the morning. Nice. That's why I have some energy drink.
Are you just focusing on biceps and triceps today? Because that's all you've been doing.
No, it's just that's the 5 first 4 exercises for my workout today.
Ow, what the fuck? You don't intermix them?
What do you mean?
Like back, biceps, tries, back, biceps,
I
tries.
try to focus on one muscle, get that done,
You
and then
just
I
go-
can move to the different muscle.
You just go ape shit on your biceps for 10 minutes straight.
That's how I fatigue
That's
them.
disgusting. That's disgusting. I like variety. I like a good flow. So you go like biceps and then you go to triceps, give your biceps a rest, and then you go to maybe like shoulders to give your triceps a rest. But no, she just goes ape shit and goes 10 minutes on for your triceps. No shit, I'm sore. Why the hell would you do that? Oh, why don't you guys work out in the daytime? Because we have a 9 to 5 job as well, and we don't have time to work out during the day.
Gee, how you feel with upper body when I do it is how I feel with your lower body. What country are you from? Currently? It's so embarrassing to say now, which is so weird to say. But We're from America. Don't hate us. I didn't vote for any of this. But yes, G and I live on the West Coast, right up in Washington. Seattle, Washington, actually, more specifically. I know some people, when we say Washington, they assume Washington, D.C. That's not the case. No. Hi, Gracie. How are you?
Ouch. That is not fun.
How to train forearms. Reverse bicep curls are great, especially coming down.
That
If you want
hurts
your
like that.
forearms. The plate twisters are perfect. Concentration wrist curls are also perfect.
Push-ups.
Push-ups. Also, I will say, if you do any type of weightlifting, your forearms will get stronger, front and your back, because you're gripping weights. So the more
Yeah.
you do it, the harder your arms get. It takes a while though. Don't expect it right away.
Yeah.
Did I do 3?
I don't know.
No, I think this is my
How
3rd.
long did it take to grow your hair? We get a yearly cut every year,
Why do you-
so we take off at least 8 to 10 inches every year. So I guess we grow 8 to 10 inches every year. That's how fast it grows. I don't really know. Hello, hello. Where's she's top from? Halara. I was like, I can add it. Hold on, let me see if I can add it into the product list. Hold on, I'm not a gatekeeper, I swear.
Oh, actually, speaking of reverse barbell curl, that's next. I'm gonna go grab it.
Okay. Okay, so I just added the exact top that I'm wearing down in that shopping bag down below. I try and let you guys know what we don't gatekeep here. So like protein, creatine, resistance bands, leggings, all of that is down in the shopping bag down below for you all. Yes. Everybody?
No, the one guy's over there. But
Oh, okay.
he's just gonna stay over there.
But yeah. Okay, what's next?
For those of you asking for the forearms, I just mentioned the reverse barbell curl. I kind of forgot that was actually going to be the next one we're doing. So yeah, G, can you do 30s? Will you do one set? I can go grab the 20 if you
The
want.
front?
Yeah, but
How
then
heavy is this?
30. I can get the 20 if you want.
So do you want to explain this then?
Okay, yeah. To really target your forearms, for someone that was asking, you really want to focus when you're bringing it down. You want to make it slow. And you will definitely feel it in your forearms for sure. Especially with this one.
You can definitely feel it in your forearms.
Go lower in weight to start with because it's actually a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah,
and
I might need to go down and weight.
And you want to have full control. If you're like jerking your body, that's not correct. You want to actually be aware and intentional with your movements. Wait, I want the 30. Just leave, go grab the 20. Do I need a certification before starting this career? Yes. I think no one's going to be taking advice from someone who's non-certified. And I say that, but now that I'm thinking about it, a lot of people do it take info from from social media, especially about health and fitness, when those people aren't even certified to do so.
May and I are certified. Just saying.
Yeah. But you do need a certification probably to be giving tips out about health and fitness. If you want to be accurate and you actually want to help people.
This hurts.
Yeah.
Like genuinely hurts.
Yes. It's not supposed to be fun. Certified women. Yes. And I know there's not tons of women in the field, but there's a lot of women that prefer women personal trainers, which completely makes sense if you ask me. But It's just so we can also help other women instead of women having to only go to men. Like, that's not the case anymore. There's a lot more women in the field, so you have more options. Hammer curls give the same effect, and you can use eights. Yeah,
feel
hammer
jacked.
curls do exactly the same. Crossbody curls, really any curl of sort, will target your forearm if you're doing it properly.
That actually hurts.
Yeah,
oh my God,
it's not
Al.
fun.
Oh my God, Al. If whoever the fuck was asking for the front forearms, do that. Oh my God. How do you do 10 sets, 3 sets of those, bro? That made no sense. Can you say hi, Valentina? Hello.
Ooh.
Hello, Tommy. What age can I start? Start what? Working out?
I don't know.
At what age can you start working out? Is that your question? I need help exercising. Okay, well, ask your questions. I have a question box up there for any beginner-friendly questions. May and I try to target beginners because I understand how hard it is to start your journey, but also some people need a lot more motivation than others, and we feel like beginner-friendly workouts are really hard. And a lot of influencers or content creators who are training, their workouts look so hard all the time.
Yeah, I've never seen one easy and realistic workout from anyone on social media.
Yeah.
Unless they're certified and they say they're certified. And what I do is I go into their like bios or look at their videos and see if they're actually giving correct information, but I can't tell you how many times I've scrolled and I've just seen complete bullshit.
But with these lives, May and I really enjoy being able to like help you guys or give you guys tips or advice on certain exercises, especially because people are like, oh, I didn't know you're supposed to feel it in that position, or I didn't know you're supposed to like hold it for this long if I wanted to feel it in a different muscle. So like tips like that in real life really do help.
Yeah.
So just
Happy
if you have
birthday,
questions and you're
Hala.
too scared to ask them. There's no stupid questions.
What skills are most important for a successful trainer? You need to be able to work well with others. You have to direct people and be able to direct them in many different ways because not everyone is going to understand the very first time you say something. 2, you need to be flexible. You need to be able to cater to your client. You need to be able to think ahead in their plan and get them prepared. What I love about personal training,
Time management.
Yeah, what I love about personal training, like you just mentioned, is we have coworkers when on the influencing side, but we work from home, so we don't really see people. So being able to come to a gym, have clients, talk to them more one-on-one gives us that person interaction that we don't get for work.
Yeah.
But it's nice to be able to like do 2 very different things.
Yeah. And then also find like a happy balance of like doing this because this is our job, but also now we're adding like the creating aspect of it, which is nice. Can I work out in my period? I mean, I'm also during that time of month and I'm here working out. So yes, you can. Just understand that your body is going to feel very different. For women, you go through 3 to 4 different phases in your cycle, and every single week is going to be different for you. No matter if you're lack of motivation one week to you're super motivated the next week to feeling like you're really weak because you can't do the weight that you used to be able to do like the day before. It's just weird. Women's bodies are very weird. And I say that because women go through a lot more changes than men.
Yeah, actually.
Like genuinely. If you think about it, women only get 1 good week a month. 1.
Yeah, it's not fun.
So for 5 to 7 days, we feel great. The other days, don't even talk to us. Like at that point.
Ooh, hello from Finland.
Hello.
Wow, that's far away, isn't it? Finland? Yeah, that is. Is that your own gym? Sadly, no. G and I are working towards having either a home gym or renting out space so then we can make our own gym so we can do more lives. and not bother too many people. But that's why Jay and I come on the weekends at 3 a.m. because no one is here right now. And if people do come in, we'll just move because we think that's just common courtesy when you're at the gym. You want to allow people to do their own workouts and not try to get in their way. So we come at the times that there's really no one here, so we can do these.
Yeah. And we already got like the okay and stuff from the manager, so like he knows that too. But we are personal trainers, so he's not thinking that we're like playing around just going live, you know? Or one of you a lesbian. She is. Hello from New Zealand. Should do a 5-mile run march with a 30-pound bag for a workout.
Okay, my exercises are done.
Or 2 miles to start off. For what? Cardio? What? Or just in general for your workout? So can we take these back then?
Yeah.
I'm gonna take, okay.
Here, you can.
We're gonna do cable squats or resistance squats. That's what we're gonna do. Happy birthday, Gracie. You two seem so kind. A lot of people, yeah, I mean, we're not mean people. If you meet us out in public, what you see on our social media platforms is what you're gonna get. And also being a personal trainer, especially because we have a lot of beginners as clients, you want to initiate that positive mental mindset when you have a client who is just beginning, especially because no matter the way that you have a rapport with your client, it's still their first interaction with the gym sometimes. And so trying to make that a positive change and a positive interaction versus making it a negative really does help in their journey, especially because I know a lot of people on my page on TikTok, but also on Instagram, comment about how intimidating it is to start in a gym if you don't know really anything. And so if you can just make that first interaction positive, it really does help someone's journey. So yeah, we try to be positive about a lot of fitness and health stuff because it's very easy to make it a negative.
Where are we going?
Thank you for all the motivation. Oh, thank you. We're going to the cable resistance. We're doing squats.
Oh, Smith, you mean?
Sure.
Do you not want to do it over there?
That's hack squats. We're gonna go over there after.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let's move you over here. Do you want to hold them or do you want to do it?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a placement. Hold on, I'm trying to move.
If he comes in here, G,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to move the camera.
Okay. Do you want to move it up there, do you think?
No.
Where do you want to move it? Where should we put the camera? Oh, thank you. I'm trying to figure out where to put you guys.
Or do you just want to hold? Sure.
You can stand here too if you wish. That's not like the greatest view.
Someone's asking if one of us is married. No.
Huh?
No one's married yet.
No one is married.
What are we doing?
Squats.
Oh, okay. Ew. Now it's on to legs. I guess it's my time to suffer.
Can you read them or not?
No, we can't. So I either hold it and we take turns holding it.
And so how much should I lift if I'm a beginner?
I
just
would
stand there.
I would either stick with 5s or 10s or anything from 1 to 10 to start. Make sure you have proper form. Then from there, build up your weight. What I like to tell my clients is if you can do a set, depending on your goals, but just in general, if you can do more than like 8 to 10 sets in a rep, go up in weight.
Yeah. And if you guys need help with form or we're doing an exercise and you want a tip from it, just ask your question.
Oh yeah, because we're at the gym, so we're able to show you correct form.
Forms, where you should feel it. If you don't feel it, maybe what you're doing wrong.
Again, I specialize in corrective exercise. G also just knows correct form as well, but I have a specialty in corrective exercise, which basically just means to make sure you have proper form for all your exercises. And yes, it is a specialty. You wouldn't think it would be, but it is.
I'm wondering if I should put it on here.
Try.
Can you grab me the phone?
Yeah.
We're trying to find a better placement so the person can read questions as someone is working out.
Someone is asking how much you can lift.
How much what?
You
there
can
we go.
lift.
It depends. For myself,
Oh my god, my legs are so tired.
really,
Yeah, I don't know why.
I can lift heavier for lower body than upper body. When's your birthday? January 2nd, so it's the beginning of this month. We are both girls.
We're not gonna do the same weight. My legs are so fatigued.
How close is your age gap? May and I, or with our siblings? May and I are identical twins, so we are the same age. I'm just older by 5 minutes. So yeah.
Yeah.
But if you guys have questions, ask your questions about form, fitness and health, wellness, beginner friendly, because that is our main audience target. But yeah, we can always answer harder questions
G's
later.
5 minutes older than me, and then with our siblings, G and I have like a 15-year age gap with our older sister and our brother, and yeah, that's why a lot of people are like, you act like such a millennial, and I'm like, it's maybe because I grew up with millennials. Happy to see you girls still at it. You always give good advice, especially to the younger crowd here. Thank you, Megan. That means a lot to us. Where's the weight? Right there.
It's also, I'm on my time of month, so if you're a woman, I want your opinions. If you're a man, you have no clue how it feels to be moving your body on a period.
No, that's very true. I'm not doing 25s. Can you move that?
What do you want?
20.
Okay.
Can you grab another 10?
Another, there's,
Or over on the rack?
Yeah.
Grab 2 10s. Do you guys wear nails when you work out? Willow, G, do you wear nails sometimes when you work out?
nails.
Yeah, like you nails?
Yes, when I put them on, I do work out with them. I actually I don't know, I had a weird thing where I hated my regular nails for years, so I only had like acrylics or stick-ons. But yeah, when I worked out with them, they were fine. It's just a different way of gripping the machines, but then also weights. You guys, you look great. Keep up amazing workouts. Thank you. What shampoo do you use? Native. I can add it to the shopping bag. Hold on, let me add that because
I'm obsessed with Native, guys.
yeah. Hold
If
on.
you are prone to greasy hair more quickly and you don't want to wash your hair every other day or whatever your routine is, Native does a really good job
yeah.
at keeping like the greasy hair look a little bit more under control.
Yeah, I'm gonna add the conditioner and shampoo we both use.
Do you want the 20 or 25 again?
I can I'm fine with 20 if you want.
Okay.
I just put in our shampoo and our conditioner. It works for us.
I'm obsessed with Native.
It's our
It
favorite
smells
brand.
so
yeah.
good.
Not sponsored even. That's just we love it. It works well with our hair. Yeah.
What should beginner trainers focus on first? How long did it take you to become a trainer? It took G and I, depending on the time that you have, because you have to go through so many courses, take a final exam and everything. It can be all done online, don't get me wrong. But it takes at least for Gia and I, because we also had a job at the same time, it took us about like 3 to 4 months to get certified.
6 months.
Yeah, I would say between 3 and 6 months to get certified, because again, you have to get your just general certification to become a personal trainer, and then you need specialties if you decide to have specialties.
Yeah, you don't need specialties. It just helps you in the workforce to compare yourself to other trainers.
Yeah.
It helps.
And Gia and I each have 3 specialties, so that's why it took a little bit longer. And if you didn't know, trainers who are certified right now usually have to keep their training up, so they always are collecting what do you call it? Specialties. Because if you don't continue your education, it's kind of like the teacher's board or whatever. They can strip your certificate away from you. So you have to have like certain amount of credits per year, or is it every other year? Is something your certificate will expire if you don't continue,
or continue in education in some way. We are not Korean. I wish we were a little bit. We're literally the most boring Asian ever. How do you keep motivation? I lose it after 1 week. That's really difficult, and that's also another part of the job that nobody really understands is your trainer, if you hire one, is pretty much your best friend, someone who's going to be your motivator for the beginning part of it, because when you first work out or you start your fitness journey, there's 2 types of motivation. There's intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic is within yourself. So why are you doing this? What is your why? And extrinsic motivation is something that you can give yourself as like a treat. What is an outside motivator? Is that your gym partner, because when she goes, you're also held accountable. So that's like a motivator for you. Is it simply, if I go to a gym today, I'm going to stop by and get a sweet treat after? So something that gets you to the gym, and that's an outside motivator, is extrinsic. What is within yourself and what is the major why you're doing it is intrinsic. And that takes a while to form.
Also, once you find your intrinsic motivation, you're more likely to stay and stick to the habit and make it a habit for yourself. I've seen so many people who fully rely on extrinsic motivation, and in our training, it literally tells us if extrinsic motivation is your only motivation, you're not going to be able to make working out a habit. Just because extrinsic motivation is not going to be enough for you. You need to find that intrinsic motivation to keep yourself going day after day after day, year after year after year. It's not easy, but that's why it's the hardest thing to do. And that is why so many people fail when they start their fitness journey. There's a cycle that, do you want to explain the cycle?
So you start out really great. Like you just said, you're motivated for the first week, and then you kind of plateau because what
are we doing?
Sumos. So then you plateau, and then you kind of just dead drop because like your extrinsic motivator isn't really motivating anymore. You haven't found your intrinsic motivation, so you don't know why you're there. And then you're great, you plateau, and then you fail, right?
I can't do these. I hate these. What? I don't enjoy these.
Sumos?
Yeah. I know what I'm doing instead.
So then that's your cycle. It's repeating yourself where you go great, plateau, fail, great, plateau, fail, until you set your mindset, which is you found your why, and you have to stay consistent. Consistency is a huge part of a health and wellness journey that a lot of people don't take lightly, but it's super important. You have to be consistent. You have to hold yourself accountable. You have to find somebody that will help you in that process, whether that is a personal trainer or a friend who is starting the journey with you.
Yeah.
And then you can talk about failure, but I just briefly said, like, you're great, you plateau, you fail.
And then you
and
keep
then you
going
repeat
in that
that
circle. It's
until
just a
you find a
repeat.
mindset. So that's what I was talking
Identical
about.
and fraternal. Identical. Um, How do you usually, what is it? What was that question? How do you usually adjust a training program when a client's progress stalls? When a client's progress stalls, it either means the routine needs to be switched up, two, your motivation has gone down, so it's your job to either find that motivation again for them, ask them how to motivate themselves better, or how you can help them motivate themselves better.
It's a collaboration between us and you.
Personal trainers should not be your sole motivator. They are there to help you and there to make a plan for you, but they're not there to be the sole reason that you go to the gym or
But they can be a
whatever.
motivator.
Yeah, but should not be your only
But they
motivator.
should not be your only. But they can help you find what your other
Like,
motivators are, though.
It's like kind of going to a doctor. Like, if, I just had a perfect example in my head. And then I turned around and looked at you and I don't remember it.
It's because I'm too pretty.
Well, I totally blanked out. I don't know what I was going to say.
He'll come back to you. Would a cookie be a good extrinsic motivation, or would it just reset the workout I did? No. A sweet treat or something that you can give yourself for doing a workout or going to the gym or making that step in your journey is a great extrinsic. So currently, for example, one of my clients, because I work across from like a evergreen and like a dessert pastry shop, some of my clients choose to go get dinner afterwards. So that's their extrinsic motivator. Or one of them goes to the pastry shop. So it doesn't offset your balance because you're just right now in the beginning of your journey are just trying to find and get yourself into a routine. And if that means go get a cookie after your workout, go get yourself a cookie because you're trying to make that positive connection between the gym and your routine. And trust me, one cookie is not going to off balance a 20-minute workout or more.
Well, this person has a great comment. If you lose weight when you're exercising regularly, you need to eat more unless you're trying to lose weight.
Yes.
It's thermodynamics.
100%.
100%. I was on here last week and I was telling people, I got so much shit for it, but it's the truth. Fat and muscle do not weigh the same. I know it's a weird concept. Just, you can imagine muscle is heavier than fat, right? So when people are like, if I start working out, am I gonna lose weight or whatever? And then when they get on the scale, they kind of actually gained weight, but they gained muscle weight. They didn't gain fat, they gained muscle weight, and muscle weight's gonna outweigh fat. So it's a yes and no when you work out. If you're gonna lose weight or not, you will lose the fat, but you will also gain muscle mass. So lose fat, but gain weight, but proper weight. Does that make sense? It's confusing, but I swear to God, I'm not lying when I say that. How do you lose weight on the scale?
On the scale, okay. You're going to find different answers based on different people. May and I are those trainers that, depending on who we're working with, and this is probably more so based on one-on-ones. It's really hard to do it remotely, but you have to take the whole person into accountability. So is there doctors, physicians, or anybody else in their life that is able to tell them, physicians, are you able to be on a diet and or do you want to be on a diet? 2, do you have any previous health injuries or physical injuries or disabilities we need to know? 3, we as personal trainers work with all of your doctors and or your therapists or whatnot, because we're all of it. You have to think of us as part of your wellness team, and it's a teamwork to make you the best you as possible. So everybody needs to be talking with each other. So I talk to my clients' physicians, I talk to their dietitians. I'm a nutritionist, I'm not a dietitian, but I can still talk to you about nutrition. But I also have to communicate with your dietitian if you have one, so I know what you're eating. So we can talk about how this works with your body. But you have to kind of think you are like a athlete, and your doctors, your personal trainers, your physical therapists, if you have one, any therapist that you have are your wellness group. So if you look at a pro athlete and all those people that are around them, that's what we do. But you're not a pro athlete. But everybody deserves to have like a team behind them that helps if they want it.
Also, not everyone knows everything about the health and fitness world. So it's nice to be able to like have other people whose job it is to know that information and help you with that. Lupe, bench press tips. Well, one, I see a lot of people have not proper hand placement, first of all, when it comes to bench press. 2, you want to bring the bar down to your chest and then activate it in a like solid movement up. You don't want to jerk it up. You want to go down and then up smoothly. You don't want to have any jerking movements.
We can show you it on the bench.
Yeah.
If you really want, we can do that. That's pretty easy. But is that why I get sore wrists? For what?
For bench press, or I'm not really sure what you're referring to. If you're talking about, yeah, you need strong wrists as well. What I see a lot of people do when they are holding that bar, their wrists are always either like this or they're too hyperextended backwards.
Yeah.
You need strong wrists to keep them neutral.
A lot of people hyperextend without really knowing.
Yeah.
And that is a major problem later, because when you start stacking weight, but your alignment is off, you are immediately putting yourself into danger for injury. And being kind of reckless in that sense, because you're not fully taking the accountability into working out. And it's on you to figure that out, and ask questions if you have questions, obviously. That's why we like doing these, is because some people can't afford a personal trainer. So the little tips and tricks we can give you guys during these 1-hour sessions really do seem to help some people.
But also, that's why I don't like ego lifting.
Yeah.
I see it so often.
It's so bad.
More predominantly in men. I'm not saying if you're a guy on here, you do it. But I see it a lot more with men, because some think you have to be lifting the heaviest in the gym. That's not the case. If I see a dude doing 10 to 15 pounds for a certain exercise, I literally, in my head, I'm like clapping for him, because I'm like, at least you're doing it with proper form.
Do you want to bring the phone? We're going to the hack squat.
Yeah.
Or do you need help?
Where are we going?
Hack squat.
Do you have the back for this?
It's in my bag.
Oh wait, you need to wipe that down.
We can put it on the rowing machine.
Okay, will you take this then if I'm gonna wipe it down?
I don't have hands, May.
Oh, you're gonna go do it once you put it down. Okay. Who's the smartest sibling?
I don't see anybody in here.
Smarter? Oh, did the other guy leave?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Put it on there.
For those of you who asked if we're a personal gym, no, we're not. This is our literal gym, but as you can tell, literally no one is here, so that's why we do these so early. So don't worry, we're not getting in the way of people. You don't need to be a hissy fit or make one out of it. Can I use this? Can I do this? There we go. You can't grow taller with exercises, at least that I know. What? Oh, okay.
Oh my god. This is another. Who doesn't unstack the weights?
Gee, this is not magnetic.
Oh. Try that. I swear that was magnetic.
No. I'm just gonna keep it over here. Yes. I've only seen your fun videos. First time watch your workout videos. How often do you do your workout videos? G and I do try to do a YouTube live every single Saturday around 3 a.m. Just because we've realized a lot of people actually enjoy them, and we're gonna work out anyway, so why not just bring you guys along as well? Since we get so many comments on what type of exercises we do, what workouts do we do, people don't believe that we work out, so this is also just a way to show them that like you sometimes see 30 to 60-second clips of our workouts, but we actually do more than just the 60 seconds.
Treadmills.
We got new treadmills?
We have like 2 new treadmills.
I'm gonna go check them out for my
Can you
cool
take
down.
this out now? I could. Also, did you talk about the weights or not?
No.
Okay. Tip. If you are starting your fitness journey, the number one thing for gym etiquette that you should learn, top 2 things. 1, wiping down your equipment. Obviously, there's weird body fluids everywhere in the gym. You just don't, ew. 2nd, restack your weights, please. Like, why are we leaving 200 pounds on a machine that, I bet you only one person can do 400 pounds. But like, this annoys me. And it's the worst gym etiquette ever because you're wasting people's time.
Is it better to rest when you have a muscle injury, or can I continue?
I'm gonna need your help.
Oh.
This is gonna be a lot. Like, do you see the other side?
Guys, give us a few seconds. We have to do this because other people did not do it. Don't be the guy. I know this was a guy.
Yeah,
Don't be a guy who does this. Be considerate and take your weight off. You're not showing off for anyone.
Like, who's doing 200 pounds on each side?
Like, props to this dude, but Jesus.
I just simply restack your weight. It's not that hard. Don't be this person. Whoever just did that was ass. Is it a good thing to exercise and go from 180 down to 105? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It depends. Is that your aimed goal? It depends on how high you are. It depends if you're a woman or you're a man. It depends on if you have any underlying conditions that we don't know. Like, again, it's very personalized for your journey. So what works
Hi,
for
Meme.
others might not work for you.
Um,
I realized I didn't have my mic at all. I hope you heard that. I hope you heard some of that.
Someone was asking about the muscle injury, and then G interrupted.
Muscle injury.
They asked if you should work out if you have an injury.
Oh, I thought you had an injury, and I was like, since
No.
when?
It depends kind of on how injured you are. If you have a personal trainer, obviously ask them. If you've been to the doctors, obviously ask them. I've had clients where they had injuries and then they were able to work out, and then I've had clients who have injuries, like more massive injuries, and it took them a few months to get back into the gym. So it really depends on the injury, what your doctors say, what your physical therapist says. Yeah, so it's what I like to emphasize when it comes to health and fitness is everything health and fitness is very catered to the person and your needs, your wants, your goals. It's very catered. It's not one solution fits everyone, you know? I've never used this machine, the hack machine.
So this is a hack squat. It's literally called Booty Builder.
There's 2 different ways that you could use this.
Yeah, so there's a reverse hack squat and a hack squat. Do you want to show them hack squat, or I'll do hack squat after? But the first one that I just did is a reverse hack squat. So you're facing the front or the back. but you're gonna be putting, what, hold on. So the platform May is standing on, you can move it up different levels based on like how much of an incline you want. And depending on the incline, you're gonna have a different form for your squat. So, yeah.
These
but
are not my favorite.
This is a reverse hack squat. This is a newer machine. A lot of people, like depending on the gyms you have, might not have this. But if you are in the gym and you want to do a hack squat and you don't have this, the best way is to just stack your weights on your shoulders and then go down into a squat. It's basically a hack squat and then adding like a little bit of a heel lift to help accentuate the glute muscle.
G and I are from Seattle, Washington.
Yeah.
Hi, Nina.
So actually, did I move this? Did you move this down?
I don't know, G.
Did you move the platform?
No.
Okay.
How old? G and I are 26. Someone's asking about domestic abuse, if it's more common in queer couples. I'm not sure. I don't know, first of all. I don't know the statistics about that, but I want to say from experience and just seeing more things in the world, I feel like a lot more heterosexual couples get into DV than...
Why use machine backwards? So this is a hack squat machine. So you can do it, you can use it for all different types. You can go forwards, you can go backwards.
It targets different muscles.
It targets different muscles, and then the platform, I'll show you later because we're gonna do it differently, is it's based on the incline you put it at. Also depends on how low you squat and
yeah, G has us
muscles
up too
that
far
you...
for my liking.
So this is what I mean, the platform moves down. So it could go...
So it can go up or it could go down. And that
and it
also
can be like
determines
flat. So
how you...
It really depends on what you prefer versus what you want to target. Is it just you there? Pretty much. There's one other person, but he's in the far back. I do not have a boyfriend. She does, though. She has a girlfriend. In 90 days of me exercising every day for 90 days, and I went from 180 down to 105. That's amazing.
Damn.
That's amazing.
Good for you.
She must have moved it again. Moved what?
I did. I moved the platform. So if you want it up higher.
Oh,
yeah. The normal hack squat hurts my back. That's very valid. A lot of squats, if you have back issues, if you don't have proper form, or just in general, you don't have the best back.
Do you want to explain form while I do this?
Hold on. I would
I'm not doing enough.
say stay away from things that hurt, especially if it does hurt after the first set. Don't do it again. High metabolism and 1 meal a day.
That is not healthy.
It's not healthy. G and I at least try to eat 2 big meals a day.
No, I try to aim
3.
for 3, but sometimes I don't eat breakfast because I'm not hungry.
See, that's
but
why I said
that's
2.
also intermittent fasting for me. So,
is this my 3rd?
Yep. So for alignment for this one, which I was trying to have May show you guys when I was doing it, because it's a lot easier to show when someone's doing it. But you want a flat back, and that starts with It starts with a tight core. Second, you are going to figure out your feet placement. May's feet placement are a little more narrow because she's focusing on quads and hamstrings versus glutes. When you use the platform, when it's flatter, you are focusing on quads and hamstrings. When the incline is more up and increased, you're focusing more on your glutes and your medius maximus. That's what you're focusing on. So you want a tight core, flat back. Can you redo that, please, so I can show alignment? And then you're gonna try and focus on putting all your weight in the back of your heels. So when you're going into your squat, you wanna try and...
I'm not gonna do so many more.
No, just stay in form. Just go down, stop. So you see how her flat back is there? Her legs and her knees are in the same direction. And then as she comes up, she's tightening her glutes. She's not pushing forward her pelvis. She's just tightening her glutes. All of her weight is in the back of her heels, which again is focusing on her gluteus maximus. And then you want to aim and try to be able to lift your toes off the ground when you're squatting, to focus on putting all your weight in the back of your heel. Because then as you come upwards, up into your squat, you are focusing on that gluteus maximus.
That shit's hard.
But yeah.
God bless the maximus.
So for those wondering what a regular front squat was,
The front back squat.
I'll show you.
What did this person say? Did you graduate in sports medicine? No, G actually graduated with the BS in biology. I graduated with the BS in integrated health and wellness. And then we just decided, like a year after we got out, how we wanted to become personal trainers. And so we just both got our certifications, obviously different specialties, but yeah, that's kind of what made us want to become certified at least. So we can give tips, we can give info, we understand what we're saying and what we're talking about. But it also just kind of integrated well with G's and I's life. We have been athletic people our entire lives.
Athletes, yeah.
And we love health and fitness. We love working out. We also understand that's not the case for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And those who want help should get help if they want it. But I think the difference is because we have social media, we can actually put realistic info and accurate info in our videos while also keeping them entertaining. Unlike other creators sometimes who are not certified to give you tips, who just put random shit on the screen for clickbait, and it works, and people fall for it, and then they get mad because they don't look a certain way after a certain period because the in-text that they saw was like, I'll get abs in 3 weeks, or I'll have abs in a month, or whatever. No, you fucking won't. Realistically, you won't. Are you just doing normal hack?
Yeah,
or?
normal hack squats. How you have so much less fat, all of it, it's just muscle. Again, very individualized. Depends on what you eat, your metabolism, your average height, the average weight based off your average height, how active are you in your daily routine, how long have you been active your entire life. Again, when you hire a personal trainer, that is our job, is to get to know you in your athleticism, but also meet you in your journey. We're also supposed to be there to support you.
How can you do these? My legs are fried.
I know. Go halfway. You don't have to go all the way down.
No, I'm not even doing them.
Okay.
I'm exhausted.
But yeah, so it really depends. How do I lose belly fat? Again, the best advice to lose fat quickly
Calorie deficit.
is a calorie deficit. Not too much of a calorie deficit, but then also adding cardio into your exercises, whether that means you're doing a HIIT workout versus a slow, more intentional strength and conditioning workout. And just understand, the best tip I can give to somebody who is asking about losing weight, belly fat, whatever, when your core temperature is up, you are losing fat, you are losing weight, you are toning the definitions of your muscles. So if your core temperature is higher than your average inner core temp, you are burning fat.
I also just like to tell my clients cardio is literally anything that raises your heart rate
Above
above
resting.
resting or your average. So it could be walking for some people, it could be biking, it could be jogging, rowing. There's so many different kinds of cardio exercises, but people don't think, oh, my heart rate's up. That doesn't really count as cardio, but it really does because that's not your average heart rate. You are burning more calories because your heart rate is up and you're putting effort and work into it.
A really good thing that someone first told me was when you're doing cardio or anything and you touch your stomach and it's cold, but you're hot and you're sweating, that is you
Actively
burning calories. So
like for runners,
For-
or if
yeah.
you're a runner, have you ever, for an example, after a run, and I don't know why you would do it if you didn't know it, but is your stomach cold? Which doesn't make sense because you're dripping in sweat. It's because you're burning calories.
yeah,
That's literally the reason.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Going into the stretching room.
Okay.
Can you grab my drink too?
Yeah. Did you wipe it down?
Yep. Beautiful and smart. Oh, thank you. We try to, especially because you can't you have to take everything on social media with a grain of salt. So,
You know what? See,
Yeah.
when we have our own gym, G,
yeah.
what I was thinking is we're able to have the phone in one place and then work out while we have a tablet or something closer to us so we can
Yeah,
see.
so we can see.
Yeah.
Or like a TV.
Yep.
I know.
Or turning on a movie
Do you
instead of
have
music.
protein goals?
Ooh, protein goals? No. But I just try to eat some type of protein in either every meal I have or at least one meal a day. I know I don't eat as much protein as I probably should or want to eat, but I also know that just making sure you're eating a meal is better than not eating anything. So. Love from India. Hi. How are you?
Also, for those being like, oh, you're not lifting enough weight, you're not doing it heavy, blah, 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 blah. It's because I'm not trying to gain muscles. I'm simply just trying to maintain my body weight at what it is now. So toning more so. And before you comment that and you're a dude, I don't want to hear it unless you are also actively bleeding for a week. And I would like to see you in the gym.
What was this? Is it safe to do this exercise without any back support?
For the reverse hack squat or
what are you doing?
shoulder press.
Oh.
But you can go get different weight if you think that's too easy.
No, I don't mind this
I
weight.
wish I looked half as good as y'all. Don't compare yourself. That is the worst way to start your journey, is comparing. So like a lot of beginners go into the gym, they get intimidated because they see all these muscle mommies and all these dudes that are ego lifting, and then they get nervous and whatnot. Do not compare yourself to others in the gym. Just strictly look at yourself, focus on yourself, your goals. Why are you there? What's your why? What's your intrinsic motivation?
It's harder said than done.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason why beginners are super intimidated when they come to the gym.
Yeah.
One thing I can say to help that, if you are a beginner and you do go to the gym and you find yourself a little stressed out, start with the machines. All of the machines usually have instructions on how to do it. And while you're on the machines, take a look around, see what other people are doing. See if like, oh, that one looks like something I could do. Go try it.
That's a great tip. Everyone assumes that you need to know what you're doing in the gym. It is a-okay to go up and ask somebody if they're doing an exercise you have never seen. Obviously, wait for your moment. Like, don't go barging in when they're doing their exercise. But when they're on a break or they're going to go get water, like, you can simply stop and ask. A lot of people do, like, usually help you out, but It's okay to not know what you're doing in the gym.
Ooh, okay, so yeah, they were referring to the shoulder press. We're gonna go back to the question.
Oh, shoulder
Where it's
press.
like, is shoulder presses safe to do without back support? Two answers, yes and no. Yes, if you have a strong core and you're not lazy with your form. Two, if you need more support, this is for my beginners, just in case you don't hyperextend your backs. Sit down or either get something up against your back.
It might be
you
easier
stay
if I'm
proper.
doing it and you explain form.
Okay. So for shoulder presses, a few things to keep in mind. No, maybe turn your back. Turn your back so they can see. Yeah, this is better. Go down. See how it's mostly flat? This is a perfect form. You want to go down and make sure your shoulders are staying like horizontal and flat all the way through. Do you see how it's a one solid fluid movement? She's not swinging with her back. She's not going like this and trying to lift. It's pure just your intention with the weight, and that is what you want to do. You want to keep your palms facing outwards. I see a lot of people trying to like twist their wrists when they do it. Keep your wrist straight, keep your wrist neutral, and then just go up in a fluid movement, come down,
Yeah.
go up.
A lot of people that I see in the gym, if you're not doing it, is you're having a fluid motion, but at the top, you're rotating your wrist and
Yeah.
you're going outwards. So like when you're pushing, try staying forwards. Again, May's tip about your wrist staying
neutral,
forward and neutral the entire time.
Try
is
not
a
to
great
curve that
tip.
wrist. Once you curve that wrist, you're activating other muscles as well, and you're not kind of doing it properly.
Exactly.
And if you have weak wrists, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah. And it's like you're not aiming to work out your forearm.
You also can look at your form in the mirror straight on. Again, it's the same thing as looking in the back. You want your shoulders to be even. You don't want your shoulders like this. You don't want that. You want them comfortable, up, straight, and then just go up, come down, up, and come down. You should feel it in your like
Traps, yeah.
trap area.
But the best thing too is start with lower weight. A lot of people mess up when they add weight with the wrong alignment or correction. So figure out, go lower than heavier if you're still trying to figure out that alignment process. I tried doing it with 6 on each, but it made my neck muscles hurt the next day. So that means
Is it neck muscles or is it your traps actually? Because these do focus your traps as well.
It could be your traps because you haven't used them in a while, or you're super tense up here when you're lifting.
You might need to stretch.
So you got to stretch it out. A lot of people also don't understand massaging every single muscle in your body, if it's sore, is going to help you later. So a lot of people don't focus on their traps. They don't massage it out. They don't roll them out. They don't use a medicine ball.
A lot of people do not stretch properly or enough before and after. You really want to make stretching a priority so that your body is actually warmed up and ready for what you want it to do. What lip plumper do you use? Jay and I don't have any lip filling or filler.
It's all natural.
It's all natural. We can thank our biological parents for that.
And if you hate them, again, still blame biological parents because I didn't get to choose these.
When I lift, does stuff my wrist, gives me problems. How can I stop my wrist from hurting?
You're
Strengthen
probably
your wrists.
rotating too.
You're probably rotating with weights that are too heavy. That's another thing. You want to strengthen those little muscles in your wrists, and they will get stronger with time, but it does take time for those smaller muscles to build. So that's why I say start with the lighter weight, and then once you're able to do the correct form, you can go up in weight. But by the time you have correct form, you usually have a solid base.
There's two very different, not different, but there are major things that can happen when you have wrong alignment. One, you can hurt yourself, obviously. Two, you're focusing on the wrong muscle. It might not be the muscle that you're actually trying to work out. And three, You want to take out the momentum. When you add momentum with weight, you are automatically putting yourself in a risk for injury. And that's what a lot of people do is when they ego lift, like May said earlier in this live, that is when you're picking weight that is too heavy for yourself, but you're still doing the exercises. And trust me, when we see people doing that, it's not because they are trying to bump up their weight and be stronger and get muscles faster. It's simply they think they can lift heavier when they can't, when they haven't gone back to the basics and figured out the right alignment. So if I see you in the gym and you're doing bicep curls, which is like this, right? Which is you're staying straight up. If I see you in the gym and you're going like this, why? Why? What does that work? I'm pretty sure I just did an elbow curl.
I think you need
curl.
to be intentional with
Yeah.
every single
Like what
rep you
what
do.
does this work out, y'all?
If you
Back?
rely on momentum, one, you're not doing it correctly. Two, you're not going to see the results you want.
Yeah.
And you're going to end up hurting yourself. It's just facts at this point. So you really do want to get the movement correct, then go up in weight, and then go from there. But yes, if there should not be much momentum in most of these exercises, unless you're doing a kettlebell swing, unless you're doing something else that needs more momentum in it. But a lot of exercises, it's purely just control, intention, and consistency to get the results you want. It's not really about how heavy you can lift. Skylar, I wish getting abs was that easy. No, I will say yes and no to your question. You're asking if I do a certain amount of sit-ups every day, will that give me abs? No. I try to do a core exercise at least every single workout I do, but sometimes I don't do it because there's other activities that engage your core. So you don't always have to just do core exercises. There's many different ways to build a core. Weightlifting does that because you need to be centered, you need to be balanced, you need to be in control of your body when you're lifting extra weight. And to do that, you need to start with your core. You need a solid core to do that, or else people are falling all over the place.
A lot of people also don't understand you use your core in everything you do.
Yeah.
No matter if you're thinking about it or not. Walking, you are using your core. For your proper posture, you need to use your core. But what's your longest time for holding a plank? 45 seconds. I don't know. I start shaking at 10, so I don't know. I haven't held a plank for so long, probably like, I'm gonna say 30 seconds at most right now, because I haven't done it. Ouch. Do chair dips damage your shoulders?
If you have weak shoulders, it's gonna hurt.
It's more triceps.
Yeah, you do feel it in your shoulder, but you should feel it the most in your tri. It also kind of depends, again, form. It's so important, guys, for chair dips. The one thing I can tell you about chair dips, make sure your elbows are pointing straight backwards. Keep them close to your body. I see too many going like this, too far out. I'll show you actually with this thing, because this is high enough for a dip. Just keep going. But that's what I can say the most about for dips, to try to have proper form. Make sure when you're going down that your elbows are not flailing out. Keep them straight back and close to your body. Zara, I love this question.
Ouch.
What are your opinions on pineapple on pizza? Hate it.
I love it.
Disgusting.
No.
It's a disgrace.
Don't listen to her.
No.
Don't
that's
listen to her.
disgusting.
Pineapple belongs on pizza.
Oh, I'm gonna show an example of a bench dip or tricep dip.
Okay.
Proper form,
Use
G.
that.
Elbows. Is this not high enough?
Or you could use that.
This is high enough.
You can try, but I don't think it is. Oh,
Yeah, it is. It is.
is.
Okay, so there's many different ways you can do this. You can either do it in like tabletop. This is a little bit easier. So for beginners, this is the position you want. But G, explain how elbows straight back
Yeah.
and in but close to your body.
So you're gonna want to set yourself where your knees are at 90 degrees. So when you're going down, your butt does not have to touch the ground. That's another misunderstanding, is that people think you have to touch the ground when you do these. You don't. What you're aiming at is your triceps. Both of your elbows are pointing straight back to the back wall. They're not supposed to flare out. You want to try to keep them in nice and tight as possible. You are clenching those traps. Shoulders should not be hurting too much. If they're hurting, that means you're going down too low without having the proper muscle build.
Right when you will feel tension in your tricep pretty quickly. So once you feel that tension, push upwards, go up. You don't need to bring your ass all the way down here and then launch yourself up. That's not the case.
You have to think about what you are focusing on. This is a tricep dip, not a butt dip. You're not trying to go for length. You're not trying to go for whatever. You're not going to go for momentum. You are strictly focusing on your triceps.
Yeah, no momentum. Again, intention, focus on your tricep. Your lower body should not be jerking up. Like G's hips. Like it's basically keep your torso as straight as possible without as much movement.
Also, the best thing for your like feet placement too, if you don't know where you should, like if this is too far out or not, when you're sitting down in front of whatever bench you are using, put your hands down next to your side. Your heels should touch the fingertips. That is going to be your best foot placement option for a 90 degree based off your own personal body.
Ooh, it's 1 p.m. in Serbia. I want to go to Serbia. How many push-ups can you do? At a time, I could probably go up to 15 to 20, but I do different variations of push-ups, and I try not to go above 10 for each.
Are you doing more triceps?
No, that was just an example.
We're gonna do sliding lunges, May.
Or actually, so what about sardines and pizza or shrimp and pizza? I'm not a big person on seafood and pizza mixed. That sounds interesting nonetheless. Hey, some people might love it. I'm gonna leave that for you. But I personally would never put seafood on my pizza. But I also have weird, like, sensory issues when it comes to eating. I don't like certain textures. I don't like when my food mixes with certain things. So that might just be me. But G, would you put seafood on pizza?
No.
So no. So it really depends on who you are and if you like that. Why are so many people hating? They don't deserve it. Hey, it comes with the job. I've realized that. I've also realized it the hard way. But hey, when you put stuff on social media, you can't control what everyone says, and all you can do is focus on the positives. And lucky for us, there's more positives than negatives. And we thank all of you who are positive, but obviously there are going to be some people who want to hate, want to say some really outrageous things. And G and I have learned to just not pay attention to it, not mind it, try to keep doing what we're doing.
At the end of the day, hate comments or like rude ones just help our engagement.
Yeah, that too.
Like, okay.
What are some good ab workouts?
We are going
Skylar,
we're starting
about to do
core
right
after
now.
this exercise. We're doing rear lunges, slides.
Ew.
How do I lose belly fat and get abs? Again, start with cardio. Are you walking or doing a sort of cardio every single day? You guys are bettering yourself. F the haters. Exactly. See, like, it really doesn't matter. You know, if you really
At the end
need,
of the day, we know who we are. We know what
Yeah.
you stand for. We know that we're solid humans. That's all that matters.
yeah. At the end of the day, your own opinion is the only thing that matters. Hi Anna. You have the same name as our roommate.
Oh, I thought you were talking about our roommate, Anna. I was like, hi, Anna.
No.
But
what
hi,
kind
Anna.
of workouts do you recommend for belly and thigh fat? Thighs, again, any cardio is going to help with that. But more specifically, if you're looking for toning your thighs, quad focus and hamstring focus is what you're going to be doing. So hip thrusts are glute focused, but they do help with that thigh and hamstring. Rear lunges, great for the quads and hamstrings. Squats, regular squats are great for quads and hamstrings. Leg presses, great for your quads and hamstrings. Would you say whole foods is most important for staying within recommendation calories? Whole foods.
What's happening?
I think before you try to section food and nutrition, you first have to think about the basic calories that an average should consume.
That's without working out.
Without working out, the average human being, unless you are told differently from a dietitian or your physician, the average calorie intake is around 3,000 calories per day.
I guarantee you 80% of people don't even hit near close
And
to
that's
3,000.
without being active.
And when you're more active, you
when you're
obviously
more
need to fuel
active,
yourself better and more.
or like we said before in this live, when you're working out to either lose weight or gain muscle or whatnot, you are supposed to also refuel that. So on top of the 3,000, you're supposed to be consuming a lot more. So first, before you kind of section off foods, make sure you're first hitting 3,000 as an average person. Because once you kind of restrict or you section off food, in some people's brains, who have EDs, like I have an ED, a lot of people have EDs. So when you section off foods, it's really, really easy to hone in and tunnel vision the only foods you're allowed to eat. And that hurts a lot because you kind of tend to do a calorie deficit at that point when you're not supposed to be. Because you're telling yourself, I'm only allowed to eat this.
Also, don't be afraid of carbs.
Yeah.
If anything, eat more carbs.
Eat more carbs. And I bet you never thought a personal trainer would say that.
What kind of Alani is she holding? G is drinking the cotton candy Alani. If you like sweetness,
I'll add it into the shopping bag too.
If you like sweet, this is very sweet. It's very good though.
Yeah.
I am drinking the strawberry sunrise. Love this one. Not as sweet as the cotton candy, but still sweet.
Yeah.
I like them, but I think my favorite is genuinely cotton candy. Sometimes it's a little much in the morning just because it hits you right in the mouth.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty sweet. But I will say you will feel like you are gonna have to run through a wall after drinking it.
Yeah. I just added our favorite Alani drinks. Not sponsored again, but if you are wondering what we drink in the gym, do we drink coffee, do we whatever, Alani's have been our best friends to get us out of the bed. Alani's have 200 grams of caffeine, which is equivalent to 1 cup of black dark coffee. So if you're a coffee drinker and you like numbers or whatever, this is 200 grams. And this is just, it wakes me up. It's really good, super sweet, like I said. But if you're somebody who's into carbonation, these are probably my favorite energy drinks by far.
What did someone ask about? Oh, someone's asking what type of exercises would you recommend for younger people? It is never too early to start on your functional training. And I say that with the most emphasis I absolutely can. For 4:30 in the morning, I don't have extremely a lot of energy, so I'm not screaming it. But if you are mid-20s even, or about to hit 30s or whatever, please, for the love of God, prioritize functional strength training. And I know you might be like, I'm still young, I'm in my 30s, I have like 30 more years until I'm 60, that's when I should get into functional training. No, start functional training now. The sooner you do it, the better you will be when it comes to functioning later down the road.
Oh yeah. A lot of
Um,
people also think that you have to be working out for a certain goal or whatever. My goal is just to be fucking able to walk at 90
with
without
good posture.
Yeah, without like poor mobility. Like
functional training, when I say that, think things like when you're older, sitting down, getting up, stairs, hills, putting boxes above your head. I can't tell you how many clients I have had in the past who are older who have gotten into it not too late. It's never too late to get into it, but they would have bettered themselves and stayed a lot more physically fit if they started
And
it
mobile.
and mobile like
Early
15
on.
years earlier.
like I even think I should have started functional training in my high school.
Yeah.
Like genuinely. And I just started functional training in my 20s and I thought I was late. But it's never too late, like May said. We just started our mother on functional training and she's in her late 60s.
Yeah.
And that's just strictly because our grandmother, who is 92, fell over the summer, had zero mobility afterwards. And I think that initially just showed May and I, like, oh, we need to start inserting like functional training because I'm not going to be like that, where she had minimal mobility going into this surgery and then broke her hip and then came out with less mobility. So
Someone's asking football moments. I'm assuming you're a little bit younger.
For
That's
what?
just, I'm assuming.
for what?
I'm getting to the
No,
comment.
what was it? You asked what?
What?
You said someone asked
I
about.
know. Someone's asking, do you have any life advice?
Life.
If yes, no. If yes, say it.
Are you gonna do laterals?
No. I'm done exercising.
Are you
I
gonna
just
do
want to do
core?
core. Yeah.
Okay.
What I would tell my younger self is don't rush growing up. I wish I could have been more mature and like enjoyed high school, enjoy college, because life goes so fast afterwards. And I wish I could go back and enjoy that time again, because I think I was so stressed out and anxious about the future. I wasn't living in the moment. And I can't tell you now, once I'm out of college and a little bit older, I wish I knew how to live in the moment. So if you're younger, if you are in high school, if you're in college, really anywhere in your life, stop worrying about what's going to happen years down the road.
Also-
just enjoy the moment now.
Enjoy your friends that you have right now, because I can guarantee you they will not be your friends later in life. Not in a mean way, not in like, oh, you guys are going to break up and not ever talk to each other, but life gets in the way and you won't see them as often. Especially if they move out of town or you're moving out of town. Like, it's a lot harder to leave your city and then come back and realize that everybody either left or their own life got in the way and you guys just can't meet up anymore. I don't think I thought leaving high school I would have a lot of the same friends, and now I only really talk to maybe at most 4 people from high school.
Someone goes taking life advice from 20-year-olds. I mean, just because we're in our 20s doesn't mean we don't have life experience.
Also, understand Gen Z, we don't get shit.
We have been through some hard
We have gone
shit,
through so
guys.
much shit that a lot of other generations can't ever say they went through. Like, we went through, we're still going through depression, recession, COVID, a whole fucking outbreak,
Pandemic.
a pandemic. What? World War
Worst-
III.
Worst work industry alive
Worst-
in history.
And we still work and grind and do shit, but we can't have nice things.
And I'm talking to the older generation of Gen Z. Like, if you were born in the 1999, 2000s,
Like,
that's GNI's
Like the middle
era.
of like Gen Z and millennials.
Yeah.
But we don't get jack shit.
Like, past 6 years, what the fuck?
Like, what were we doing, guys? We literally got released from college in the worst economic fucking crisis ever. Like, and job acceptance. What's the statistic you told me?
Like, 41% of those who are graduating in the last, like, 3 to 4 years, 41% of us You can't even
or
find
unemployed.
a job or unemployed.
And
like
that doesn't
that's-
count like college degrees or
that's
whatever.
insane.
But like, hello, that is the worst percentage in
History. Like that's not been.
And it's not because we're not trying. The system is unfair.
It's literally.
And that's how we got here. And that like our generation is expected to fight against what is right or fight against what is wrong. We're supposed to come up with our own fucking solutions for the entire world and the future.
Not.
Okay, yeah, sure, but we're only fucking 20. So that makes sense.
I don't know. I feel like the rant is mainly for those around our age who understand what has been happening, and if you live in America or whatever, you kind of understand.
Also, for those asking about core workouts, we're starting our core now. The best tip I can give you that I wish someone told me in my beginning journey is add weight. First, do your corrections, do your alignment, whatnot. But once you start adding weight and do functional ab workouts, it really does help. So every exercise that we do now for core, you can do it without weight. Just also telling you that.
She concurs, she's a grown adult. I mean, yes, but we also realize there can be children on this app, so we do need to get better at our cursing. But again,
wait, what did they say?
Stop cursing,
dudes. But we're 26.
I feel like those who are like stop cursing are younger. We're 26. We may not look like it, but we are 26, so we are adults. Should we be cursing a ton? Probably not. But that's just sometimes it slips, sometimes it comes out.
Also, I said this as not kid friendly. So
you lied about your age.
You lied about your age, or you're just sensitive and don't like swearing.
Oh, we have asked our grandparents.
For what? For their life versus us?
They have literally said, yes, we had it bad, but I don't think we had it as bad as what this generation is living through, and is going to get. So for my grandparents,
yeah,
I have already asked them all these questions because I'm not stupid. I will ask them.
They went through something similar, and they even said, this is 10 times worse than what we went through. And I'm sorry, you guys have to be the ones that deal with it, because at this point, anything beyond boomers, you can't help. You guys are going to be gone by the time that we need a solution. So it's up to the millennials and Gen Zers to help Gen Alpha
to correct,
or Beta Alpha. I don't know the fucking generation behind us, but like millennials and Gen Z have to figure out the solution.
Again, this is also a topic and a rant that's not going to resonate with every single person, but those who are around our age
will get it.
Will understand what we're saying. And I think everyone kind of feels the same way, at least in our generation, the older Gen Z kids.
Okay, so the guy left, so we're literally...
What are you doing?
Marching. Standing marches. Also, things for... I know this is a very on and off topics, but for core, especially for these are called standing marches, and they're equivalent to...
a crunch.
A crunch, but because you're standing up, that adds another aspect of balance and core. So
also this weight.
The weight also adds. So that is combining 3 very different things into one exercise that still focuses on your core. So simply the difference between standing versus sitting and doing it and adding weight. That's as simple as it can be to just totally change an exercise. So yeah, that's just another thing that a lot of people don't understand is there's modifications to a lot of different things. There's alterations or alternatives you can do if you can't do a certain exercise. And simply by switching from standing to sitting,
they did get new,
helps you with that. So things that you might not get tips from your own trainer or people online, you'll get here. Because we don't gatekeep, and if you can't do an exercise, there is another exercise that focuses on the same muscles that you can probably do. It's just people don't take the initiative to show you that.
Someone's asking about what you would suggest for a 12-year-old who wants to work out.
I don't. I
would
do
say
not.
for younger kids or those who are under the teenage years, consult with your doctor first of all. When you're growing, your joints and everything are super important, and you want to not fuck that up for yourself later down the road. So if you're younger, always talk to your doctors. If you want to, it's very rare for younger children to have a personal trainer, but there are personal trainers that have specialties with young adult, like
It's
adolescents.
called adolescent training.
Yeah, their specialties. I don't have that specialty, so I'm not exactly sure what to say other than take the precautions that you need because you're growing.
Yeah.
And you don't want to accidentally injure yourself and maybe stop your growth spurts or, again, fuck up your joints early because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. It's again, we're not in adolescent fitness trainers at all, so
Maybe I'll add it. It's not a
that
bad
might
idea.
be an education down the road. But personally, from a personal trainer, I strongly don't believe that a 12-year-old should be in the gym maxing out weight, repping up reps for no reason at all.
You should be
other than-
active, but that doesn't mean you can't go run,
You can't go run,
bike,
yeah.
go walk.
Or if you're doing sports, that's enough for you right now. Like, you don't need to be adding extra. Like May said, your joints aren't fully developed or good, okay? Your bones are not fully developed. You're still in adolescent phase, so you have hormones that are going through your body at rapid paces that nobody can explain. You're chemically not engineered as an adult yet.
Just take more precautions if you're younger.
More precautions. Maybe don't add weight. You can do body weight. That's another misconception a lot of people assume. If I don't add weight, I'm not really working out. Yes, you are. Body weight workouts are just as good as doing weights.
Yeah. Is that your gym? This is our gym. No one's here, so I can give you a quick
Take my
tour.
mic if you're gonna walk away.
I can give you a quick tour real quick. Since literally no one's here. But this is why we get here. So for all of you who are like, get off the phone, don't stream or whatever in the gym. On a regular day, I would say yes, do not stream. I don't like seeing on people on my feed do streams at like peak crowded gym session time. No one is quite frankly here. These are the machines. This is all the cardio stuff. More cardio, more machines. And then where we were was in the weight room. No one is in the weight room. Where is it? No one is in the weight room. And so G and I are able to do these lives because no one is here. We're not getting in the way. Here's the stretch room. No one's in there except G and I. So again, we're not getting in the way. No one else, no strangers are in our clips. And so yeah, so this is how we're able to do lives, but also stay out of the way of people because that's top priority for G and I is consideration for others when we are filming and we are out in public and everything because we realize not everyone wants to be filmed. Not everyone, there's a day, there's a time and place for filming. So yeah, there's a Phoenix gym that is a free gym there. Don't live in Phoenix, so cool. But I just don't live there, so. How do you do really fast pull-ups?
I can't even do a pull-up.
What do you mean?
I could do one pull-up.
Like the ones that you see other people doing where they're down and they swing up and then do a push-up? Like, not a push-up, but they push up on the bar? I don't know. I don't do that type of training. I've never done that type of training. I solely do strength training. I don't really do CrossFit. I have never done a high rocks. I don't do that sorts of training, even though I know I probably could do it and I could train someone to do it, but I personally have never done one. So I don't know. If you ask me, pull-up should be slow, smooth, controlled.
And if you can't do that, don't do them.
But there are other pull-up types. There's different variations where you can go fast and there's more momentum involved.
There's someone on the treadmill. Did you see them?
No,
I'm just warning
got
you.
here.
I'm just warning you.
He just got here. I'm a twin. Do you like being a twin? I know
What do you
everyone
say?
asks
What,
you that.
Yeah,
but
what is your reaction, or what do you say when you're like, what is it like to be a twin? Because our initial answer,
what's next?
I was doing crunches.
Oh, okay.
And hundreds. But what do you respond? Because our best answer is just like, if you have a sibling close in age and you have overlapping friends and you do similar activities and or sports, that's literally how I have to explain it, because I don't know anything else. I've always had a sibling in the house and we do similar things and a lot of things together. But like, I'm curious on what other twins say, like, oh, it's like this, or I don't know. You guys are my favorite YouTuber. Oh, thank you. Oh, I messed up my ankle playing fight football from a girl who basically twisted my ankle for me, and now I struggle putting pressure on my ankle, so now I tend to do ab workouts. Okay, make sure to get that ankle healed before adding weight to anything.
When people ask, I just say it's like living with your bestie. Okay, so we have very different responses with that. Maybe it's because you're closer with your twin than I am with G. Don't get me wrong, G and I have a really strong bond, really strong relationship, but we're not each other's best friends. We don't do everything together. We usually only speak if it has to do anything with work. And we have completely very different like best friends, very different friend groups sometimes. We do have mixed friend groups that we hang out with, but that doesn't mean we have the same friends. So that's cool that you say that your twin is your best friend. What I say is like, think about having two of you. That's what having this twin is like.
Yeah.
There's positive and negatives when you say it. So yeah.
We literally could be fist fighting each other 1 minute and then turn around and act like nothing happened. Can you call that toxic? Yes.
I don't think working out at 3 a.m. is healthy. I mean, not for every single person. For our doctors and everyone in our group, G and I have, I'm not going to go into it. It's just, we have done everything that we had to do to make sure that we are not ruining our bodies by working out early in the morning.
And we take measures to make sure that we are getting enough sleep.
We're eating enough. We're recovering enough. Trust me. I know. There's not one certain time that's the best to work out. Work out at your own time. Make it work with your schedule. Sometimes you have to.
Okay, we gotta get through this because I know he's gonna come in here after his.
Sometimes you just gotta sacrifice sleep sometimes.
Are you gonna do more core?
No, I'm done.
What?
I'm not doing
core.
Yes, I did. I did sit-ups. I did 100s, and then I'm not doing that. It's already 5. And we've been here since, wait, when did I start? Started my watch. Hello? I guess it doesn't tell me on my watch, but we started around 3. When will your next live be? G and I do these lives every single Saturday, different exercises, different workouts. We are in the works of doing memberships. And with that, there's going to be different tiers, different levels, different pricing, because it's based off what you get in each package. But if you're someone who's a beginner who is looking for a personal trainer, who wants tips, wants exercise plans weekly, there's options for that as well. I know a lot of people prefer women trainers over men. If that's just a preference, you found 2 women personal trainers who are certified and board for it. Yeah, so that we are working on that to get that out as soon as possible, because we know A lot of people are trying to do New Year's resolutions, but not really sure how to go about it. So it's a lot for beginners and intermediates. If you're advanced, that doesn't mean you can't join. But just know the exercises are for beginners, intermediates. We'll have modifications. Every Saturday, we will do the workout that we scheduled for that week with everyone. So if you have questions, concerns, form that you have questions on, Saturday morning, we will be doing those exercises. So one, you can see how to do it. We can give you tips while we are doing it. And then, again, answer any questions or concerns that people have. I am done.
Yep.
Okay, you are too. Do you have a video for beginners working out? No, but G and I are in the works for making a video for that, since a lot of people have wanted that. Again, the memberships that we will have, they're not going to be super pricey. If you know the price of personal trainers, the prices that we are going to put these memberships at is beyond cheap compared to a personal one-on-one trainer. But you get 2 of us.
At most, the highest tier
It's
is going to be $25
for the month.
for the month.
But that's not personal, but that's weekly workouts. So you do not have to plan your workout. We will give you a workout plan. 2, that means private live streams for those members.
A private community.
Private Q&A stream, so we can answer all your questions and concerns. And then, what was the other one?
That's it.
Yeah.
And our private lives, yeah.
But to get 2 personal trainers, a full workout weekly plan,
and 2 specific lives.
and 2 specific lives for $25 a month, I don't think you can beat that, genuinely, knowing prices for personal trainers.
And that's 2 personal trainers with 6 specialties combined.
Yes.
So you're getting.
Do y'all do
that.
yoga?
I do.
I used to, but you do. I used to do core power a lot. You still do core
I do
power.
core power, yeah.
But see, that's another thing. We might be twins, but we have different hobbies. I loved core power when I went, but when we left for college, I just couldn't really get back into it. So I just don't go anymore. But G does.
But May and I are both done with our workout. As you can tell, you don't have to go hard in the gym every single day. As long as you are moving your body and doing something to better yourself in the future, that is all we can ask for. But thank you guys for joining us. We do these every Saturday morning at 3 a.m. PST, which is Pacific Standard Time. And we will see you guys on the next live, which is next Saturday. We will see you guys later. Thank you guys for joining.
Bye.